All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video. And check out Pig and a Pickle, 2 locations, Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week in Marin from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. They're open Wednesday through Sunday in Emeryville. Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Well, Dane Brugler from The Athletic did a great report on Brayden Willis, the 49ers draft choice out of Oklahoma. And let's talk a little bit about Brayden Willis because, he was given that gold helmet designation by the 49ers. They really like this player. And when you do a deep dive into Brugler's scouting report, there's several pieces of information in the scouting report that really kind of show why the 49ers were so enamored with Brayden Willis. Brayden Willis, a tight end from Oklahoma, 6'3", 241 pounds. But he's not really a pure tight end. He's more of an H-back, fullback, tight end, wildcat quarterback. He's a little bit of a hybrid. He grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, began playing football at the age of 4. Brayden Willis was playing flag football at the age of 4 and played quarterback as a little kid, went to Arsley Junior High School, James Martin High School in Arlington, Texas, played varsity football as a sophomore and moved from wide receiver to tight end when he was in high school. And he was the captain of his high school team as a senior and even played a little quarterback as a senior. He was the district MVP in high school and led his team that year to an 11-2 record. And despite having a lot of success in high school, he was really only a 3-star high school recruit. But Lincoln Riley, who's one of the great recruiters in college football, recruited him to Oklahoma. And, what can you say? I mean, the rest is history. Willis winds up playing 5 years at OU, and he helped them in every way imaginable. I mean, he logged 845 special team snaps at Oklahoma, so he played a lot on special teams. Got a degree there, graduated from Oklahoma with a degree in economics. Willis was so good on special teams. He even blocked a punt once in his career, was invited to the Senior Bowl this last year. And, great player. Second team All Big 12 this year in 2022. He had 13 touchdowns at Oklahoma in 58 games, 25 starts. And this is a guy who missed most of the 2020 season due to a leg injury, but 9 5/8 inch hands. So he's got big hands, 33.5 inch arms, long arms. And if you'd say, give me, sum up Brayden Willis, he loves to block. He lives to block. This guy's got really strong hands, and it really helps him as a blocker. You can see those strong hands helping him as a receiver as well. But he really loves to block. He's tenacious. He locks on. He doesn't let go. He just keeps firing those legs. He's a competitive player. And one of the things that the coaches loved about Willis at Oklahoma is that he's got what they call a finishing attitude. So he's looking to bury you. He's looking to pancake you as a blocker. And as a ball carrier, you've got 15 different examples if you watch film on just the fight that Brayden Willis brings each and every Saturday in college football. He wants to finish every carry as a runner. He wants to finish every reception as a receiver. He'll run through arm tackles, just powers right through arm tackles. If you're going to try to bring down Brayden Willis with arm tackles, you need not bother because he's just going to push right on through that. He's going to power right on through. So this guy has got some real gusto on the football field, and you can see why the Niners were so enamored with him. He was a captain his senior year. He's considered a vocal leader who held the other players at Oklahoma, accountable. You need guys like that on a football team. You got to have some vocal leaders. You got to have some guys who kind of basically say, you know what? It ain't going down any other way than we're bringing it 100%. And you got to have tone setters. You got to have, we talk about players, certain players are culture players. If you look at the 49ers, especially at tight end, George Kittle is not just a vocal leader. He's a culture player. And you know when he's out there. The team has more swagger when he's out there. I really believe that guys play harder because Kittle demands it. And that's what I think you're getting a lot from Willis here as well. And I can't wait to see what it looks like when Kittle and Willis are in those two tight end sets. But yeah, Brayden Willis is a vocal leader. He holds the players accountable. The Sooners coaches called Willis an alpha leader. So, I mean, you can see that off beyond the physical, this guy is really special. Brent Venables, who was a longtime defensive coach, Clemson, he said, nobody on our team has more command and respect than Brayden Willis. Now that's saying something, man. And coaches don't always speak up. A lot of times they keep their thoughts to themselves. The fact that Venables, it was on the record as saying that no player on Oklahoma's team has more command and commanded more respect than Brayden Willis. That tells you something. That really does. Only a 2-year starter at Oklahoma. So, I mean, it's not like he played an endless amount of games there, but he's just a versatile player. For the 49ers, I think the competition at tight end this year is going to be intense. I mean, you're going to have George Kittle. You got Charlie Warner coming back. You have Ross Dwelly. They just drafted Cameron Latou out of Alabama in the 3rd round. So he's going to have a great chance to make the team. And then here comes Brayden Willis on day 3 of the draft. And he's got that gold helmet designation. So he's a guy they absolutely wanted. When you watch him on the football field, he's a little bit shorter than your average tight end. You'll say the average tight end 6'4", 6'5". This guy's more like 6'2". And he definitely looks like he could probably play fullback, maybe be a receiving fullback. The fact that they used him as a wildcat quarterback, I think, is kind of interesting as well. H-back. But, there's a lot to like here. The one thing about the 49ers is they got a run-heavy scheme. They're going to run the ball. They're going to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball some more. So you got to have tight ends that like to block. But then of your blocking tight ends, you don't want to have a tight end on the field and have everybody know, oh, they're going to run. They get their blocking tight end out there. You need guys who can block who are also receivers. You need, you got to be a well-rounded player. Otherwise, it kind of gives the play away. And the nice thing about Willis is he's an outstanding receiver, but he's really a tenacious blocker, and he's looking to bury you and pancake you and embarrass you as a blocker. So to me, it's a great fit. It's an absolute great fit. I can't wait till this summer when we get a chance to look at Brayden Willis. And when you hear Venables say nobody on our team has commanded more respect and more command in the huddle than Brayden Willis, that's real. And when you see the coaches calling him an alpha leader and a vocal leader, and he holds guys accountable, and he's got a finishing attitude, and it's just, and then you flip on the film and you can see the second effort and the third effort and the fighting and the clawing and this guy's not going down easy. And you just think, you know what? George Kittle's going to love playing on the same offense with Brayden Willis. Really interesting to see what kind of player he looks like on the field this summer. All right, hope you enjoyed our 49er video on Brayden Willis. Thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the proud sponsor of the Krueg Show. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. And thanks to all of you for supporting the Krueg Show on YouTube.